Hey ladies, this video is part of my series called You Might Not Be Getting Pregnant If ... And in this video, I'm talking to you about why you might not be getting pregnant if you are working out too much. I'm Bridget Teyler, a childbirth educator. I'm a doula, an integrative health practitioner, and of course, my absolute favorite, a mama of 3. And I'm all about providing education that empowers women and families. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you're notified each time a new video comes your way. Now let's jump in. Look, I know that it might feel strange to question exercise because exercise is healthy, right? We should be doing it a lot if it's something that's healthy for us. And listen, I love movement. I think movement is essential for health and optimal hormones and healthy pregnancies and births. But I do want to help you see the flip side, when exercise stops supporting your fertility and actually starts sabotaging it. And it happens a lot more than you probably know, because you can look healthy on the outside and still be extremely dysregulated, depleted, and exhausted on the inside. And your body knows it, even if you don't yet, and it often shows up as dysregulated cycles or infertility. So let's just start with the basics. Your hormones are regulated by incredibly intricate communication between your brain, your ovaries, adrenal glands, thyroid, and other systems in your body. And all of those networks are built on safety. When your body feels safe and it's getting everything that it needs, it prioritizes reproduction. But when it feels like it's under long-term stress, it's going to shut the reproductive system down. And over-exercising is a stress on the body. Yes, even if you love your workouts, even if it gives you a big high and you're amped from it for the rest of your day, it can be a stressor. And the reason this is the case is because your body doesn't know the difference between a high-intensity spin class every morning at 5 a.m. and running away from a lion. This is especially true when you are doing it too often, too intensely, or without recovery. Now, let's go a little bit deeper with the circadian rhythm now. The circadian rhythm is your body's natural internal clock that governs everything from sleep and digestion to really important hormone production. If you are an early morning, before the day begins, before eating breakfast workout girly, you are likely unintentionally disrupting your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm controls the release of reproductive hormones like follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen, and progesterone. And when your internal clock is being messed with, your brain gets scrambled signals, which can delay or even suppress ovulation. And without ovulation, pregnancy cannot happen. So if you are waking up at 5 a.m. to fasted cardio, lifting heavy 6 days a week, or you're pushing through exhaustion to hit your step count, I'm going to safely say that your workout routine is probably starting, or has been for a while, working against you. Next, we're going to talk about cortisol, your stress hormone. When exercise is too frequent or too intense, especially without enough food or recovery in between or repletion of minerals, cortisol stays elevated. And when cortisol is chronically high, it starts suppressing other hormones like gonadotropin-releasing hormone, thyroid hormone, and progesterone. This might cause you to stop having a period. Or you might still get a period, but you might not be ovulating regularly or producing enough progesterone to sustain a pregnancy. I've linked a video up here for you that talks all about anovulation if you are maybe concerned that you are having a period, but you're not actually ovulating. Now, another issue with overexercising is low body fat. Pregnancy requires a huge amount of energy. And when body fat dips below that 17 to 22%, you can start seeing that manifest in reproductive issues. Body fat helps maintain balanced estrogen levels. It supports ovulation and tells your body that it's safe to reproduce. And that's why having enough body fat, not too little, also not too much, is foundational to healthy fertile hormone production. And when body fat percentage is too low, your body will often shut down ovulation to conserve energy. Now, what's such a big bummer is that most women are exercising with good intentions. You want to feel strong. You want to be confident. You're trying to be healthy so that you can have a healthy pregnancy. But the key to everything is balance. And when exercise is overdone, it does the opposite of what you want. It's not helping your hormones, it's actually hurting them. And I say that with love because I know how hard it can be to hear, especially for you workout gurus out there who just love implementing exercise and movement into your life. So if this is you, here are my tips. Number 1, prioritize slower paced resistance training over high intensity training. Number 2, force yourself to rest. I think a lot of women who fall into this trap of over exercising don't always feel super low and fatigued until they completely burn out. But if you are working out hard, which is fine, you need to give yourself equal opportunity to rest and recover so that your body can properly handle the stress that you're putting on it by exercising. And then 3, eat enough whole foods to fuel your body. Under-eating and over-exercising is the perfect recipe for hormone disruption. So ladies, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments below and they might become a future YouTube video or a part of this series that I'm doing. Thanks for being with me in this video and I will see you in the next one.